And we got the highest vote, and one of the big reasons I'm president today is because of the black vote, and I always appreciate it. So this is a very special time. It's Black History Month. We love you all. We're going to work with you. We're going to make America greater than ever before. We're going to do it together, and I want to thank you all for being here. It's an incredible honor.
Oh man, you got chicken fingers. You got the whole deal. I want the root of making sure I had the hamburger. So tell me about you guys. What you doing these days?
Why don't you share about your passion of sports?
I'm playing AAU basketball right now.
Are you really? Are you guard?
Yes, sir.
Now, what grade are you in?
7th grade.
7th grade.
Right now I'm just doing basketball, point guard on the JV team for my school.
How about in school? How y'all doing in school? You should tell the president about the school.
Favorite thing about it is the business academy I'm in. We get to like travel, so we've been to like NC State, Wake Tech, and
You're kidding me.
we went to this small dry cleaning business, and it's cool. It's a great experience.
I'm impressed. Is that a new program at the school?
Yes, sir, it is. It just started just a couple of years ago.
You know how much this guy loves you. You just feel it, can't you?
Yes, sir.
Your dad jumped in front of a bullet for you. By the way, we dads are hard to raise. Once you're a teenager, we're hard to raise. So you gotta be patient with us, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
A little patient.
It's a cultural divide. I'm gonna get it on the floor. 40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
hour, they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a monthly with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or either one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right. Welcome once again to the beatzillapdx official show. I am your host, beatzillapdx officially. And this is the weekly wrap-up. Welcome once again. Glad that everyone is tuning in. Please like this broadcast, share this out on your social media if you could. And if you have not already subscribed to this channel, then you should do so now. If you're watching on X, make sure you come over here to the beatzillapdx official YouTube channel and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Hit the word all. That way you'll be notified anytime this channel goes live or uploads a video or premieres. Also, if you would like to support this channel, you can do so by hitting that join button and becoming a member. You can most definitely support by becoming a member. You hit that button and then you will have the badge that you see the members with in the chat. And also a lot of videos that premiere on this particular channel usually air in the members area before they air for the public. So with that being said, welcome everybody, and peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon all of the members of this channel. And thank everybody for tuning in. And so here we are on a Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon, depending on where you are. Here it's evening, and this weekend we finally don't have snow and ice. So that's a good thing. We don't have the wind blowing down all types of trees on power lines and knocking out internet and all of those nice things this week. So hopefully you guys are dealing with the same. I know that the Midwest caught, or the mid to the South has caught quite a winter snap, as they say. And I noticed, you know, just on the business side of things, how if you guys got anything coming from FedEx this week, you probably had a hell of a time getting it. At least international parcel was still moving somewhat. But those FedEx hubs got tore up. And if you do business and deal with FedEx or international shipping like DHL, then you probably experienced quite a bit of issues last week. So needless to say, though, we are here today. Hopefully everybody is well. And got some things to talk about. It is very funny how people are upset about the White House Black History Month. I find it to be very hypocritical, to be quite honest. And we're dealing with a lot of hypocritical type of talk in these recent days. They've been rolling out Jasmine Crockett. I hate to harp on Jasmine Crockett, but realistically, it's not our fault. They are putting her out there as that. They keep they're using her and her Sister Girl act to, I guess, stay relevant, because right now Black stuff is kind of holding court, you know. So you see Beyonce take a Grammy, you see Kendrick Lamar taking Grammys, you see the NBA is trash, all because they tried to go away from foundational Black Americans. Everywhere in America to where they do that, it always ends up in disaster. You'll say, oh, well, see, here's the large component that everybody misses. When you have these things that pop because of us, it's because of us. You can't take an art form and then insert another group and have them be us. We are the salt of the earth. We are, in fact, the great Lowrys. If you want to know who FBA is, we are the great Lowrys. Put some truth on that. Are we not, ladies and gentlemen? Ain't we the great big, we the big industrial size Lowrys? You can't get much better than that. And no, I am not endorsed by Lowry Seasoning, but the truth is the truth. So with that being said, let's see who we got in the house so far. Judy Israel in the buildings. Shalom. Good to see you, my good sister. Hope all is well with you. Thank you for being here, being a moderator, being a member, and being down is for years with this channel and this movement. Always good to see you in the house. Hopefully all is well with the fam out there. RBJ in the building, Black First fam from South Carolina. I appreciate you being in the house, brother. And we got our good brother, dark skinned brother in the building. Salute to you. Salute to you. I was watching, what was it? I was in the car, actually. I was watching TD. And I guess he has another channel he kind of changed the name on. So I saw him shout you out too. So thank you, brother, for being a member and your support of this channel. Always appreciate it. Man, you know, and all of y'all supporters of this community of New Black Media, grassroots content creators. And I mean, because it absolutely requires y'all participation and support. So thank you. Thank you very, very much. Sybil, good evening. Good evening, my good sister. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And also, thank you for being a member. Judy Israel said, my area had power outages due to the storm a week ago. My household didn't lose power, thankfully. Good. I mean, I think everybody's catching a little bit and in waves. So it hits one coast and it hits the center coast. So, and I think, yeah, up there in New York, y'all been getting hit too. Like our good brother David Boyd right here from the Bronx. David Boyd, salute to you, my good brother. Hopefully the weather has kind of calmed down in your direction. I seen that y'all had some real like icy cold temperatures, but you guys weren't snowed in. But yep, it's cold enough. And I can only imagine being in New York, being around the water and all of them tall buildings, that thing got to be crazy with the wind that cuts through there. Yeesh. I bet that is cutting through like, ooh. Yeah, no thanks. Y'all folks from Chicago, man, salute to y'all. I don't know how the hell y'all do it. Air just, that wind be coming through. Ooh, oh, no thanks. No, thank you. Have you heard some of that? Ooh, no, sir. I could go without. Yo, Yayla's Cadence in the building. Good to see you in the house, my good sister. Thank you for being here. We are now officially international. And Lady Effa, not a new member, but I guess a renewing member. I don't know why they do that. Lady Effa is a renewing member. So again, thank you, Lady Effa. You are not a new member. I don't know why that kind of comes off like that. But yeah, this is one of my long-standing members, Lady Effa. Thank you again for being a member of this channel. Thank you so much for your support. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon you and yours. Thank you. Yeah. You just see it. Yeah, the storm was brutal and the trees were down. Okay, it's pretty much did the same thing here. Man, I'm like this. Shit, for real. For real. Oh yeah, boy, that wind. Ooh. And we don't get it like that. Like we got this real crazy east wind, and it's one of them things where the east meets the southwest, and they just collide right on over top of us. And it got cold like that. And the next thing you know, this east wind blowing off that river, jeez. We get a cold east wind here. And it's like what we have here is the Columbia, which runs right in between Oregon and Washington. That's what separates the states. And we have the freeway that's going along the top of the state is 84. That corridor, the wind, like we have this bridge that goes over the river. I think it's the Jackson Bridge. Man, I don't care how heavy your car is going over that. I've only owned one car that hasn't been blown around. And that wasn't even supposedly my heaviest vehicle. But this, you could be in an SUV, you could be in a truck, you could be in a Cadillac. And trying to go over that joker, boy, you'll feel that wind whipping off the side of your car like something, like it's about to lift your car off that bridge. So that's something we deal with here, that crazy east wind. That thing, you just feel it hit the side of your car. Telling you, my wife hates going over that bridge. And matter of fact, she ain't gonna drive it. I'll be driving it. If she has to go over that bridge, that means I'm driving. Gloria B said that wind man is working hard for those butter biscuits, but she is working my last nerves. And at 68 years young, I'm not alone. Oh, you mean Jasmine Crockett? Working for those. See, here's the thing. For Democratic shields, the things that they have done is made it seem like if you don't kiss the Democrats' feet, then you're supporting the orange man and he's terribly bad and he's gonna get you. And, you know, it's crazy. I don't know. Come on now, StreamYard. I don't know why. Why am I freezing, StreamYard? Yeah, we can't do that. We hardline over here, baby. This is not Wi-Fi. I purposely do that, StreamYard. I mean, because this actually, this laptop that I just got doesn't even have a hardline port. So they're making these new laptops so efficient that their Wi-Fi is so damn strong. And I live in Portland, Oregon. We got the strongest Wi-Fi in the United States. We are fiber optic 5G and have been before most of you. We got you underground, above ground. Think of where I live. Adidas, Nike, Intel, Microsoft, Boeing, Precision Cast Parts. And if you guys are worried about your clothes, also Columbia Sportswear. Oh yeah. If you guys like Panda Express and a lot of those type of places, their kitchen is here too. I don't think a lot of people know that. You like Stash Tea? There's a particular brand of chips that is out of Pennsylvania. Technically. There's a lot of stuff that comes out of here. There's stuff probably in your town that's made here, and they just tell you it's made there because it's a brand from there. Probably being made here. People don't know that. There's a lot that goes on. If you guys like Tillamook cheese, that's from here. So for all intents and purposes, if you like So I know a lot of people don't know that, but you guys understand, man, there's a whole lot of things interconnected out here. And so we get a chance to experience quite a bit. Now, but I'm saying, like, with this new well, I can't really say it's new, but their current tactic of sending Jasmine Crockett out to be them. Keep telling you, if y'all have noticed, and I'm sure a lot of y'all probably haven't, if you guys have watched Tariq Nasheed at all, have been in his spaces, do y'all know that, like I said, the whole blonde, bad built, that actually was something from a Tariq space that he said about a caller. She uses it, and then it's a thing. Here's another thing that she's starting to do, where speaking truth to power. That's absolutely a grassroots kind of thing. So notice the little lingos that they're doing. Now, Roland Martin ain't going to say that she's ear hustling from the FBA. He ain't going to bring that up. I guess it's just one thing when we're talking about delineation. And so now they're upset that Black folks went to the White House to go hang out with Donald Trump for Black History Month. There's a Black History event at the White House with Black Americans. And I hear people say, why didn't he have any of these people here? He didn't invite any of these people. I have never known any candidate to invite people to whom were staunchly supporting the other candidate. Why would he invite people? Remember who we're talking about here. The people who support Kamala Harris cut off their family members because they didn't support Kamala. Why would he expect them now to show up at the White House? It's kind of an odd idea, isn't it? You talk so much bad about this man, and then why ain't he got these people there? Huh? Really, it just doesn't make any sense. And then there's all of the people to whom we'll try to find something negative to say about the event. Now, here's my thing. For the President of the United States to hold a Black History Month event, of course, when the month started, or right before the month started, there was a bunch of Democrats running out talking about how we're canceling Black History Month and what's going to happen. And then before the day was done, because remember, the declaration that got signed about Black History Month by Donald Trump was at the end of January. So going into the month of February with the designation of it being Black History Month, not to be confused with Melanated Immigrant Month, but no, Black History Month to honor the contributions of Black Americans who descend from these people to whom helped build this country, primarily with their hands, sweat, blood, and tears. The majority of this early country built by free labor of slaves. There's no other groups out there. Jasmine Crockett, for some reason, though, seems to now start to rewrite history, to go back to start implementing other groups who aren't there into our conversation. How's that work? How does that work? We got Sidonian Snow in the house. What's going on, Sidonian Snow? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Black First. We got next aka member for 5 months. That's our brother, dark-skinned brother's second handle. Keep up the amazing work, my warrior brother. I appreciate that, my brother. Thank you so much. And man, peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon you and yours. Really, really, really appreciate your support of this channel, man, and also of the other voices of New Black media as well. I see that as well. So hats off to you, my good brother. Appreciate it. So let's see. Let me go here. Okay, so we get immigrants built this country when talking to Democrats. This country is about immigrants. That's what we hear when the Democrats. But we hear this from President
And we
Trump.
got the highest vote, and one of the big reasons I'm president today is because of the black vote, and I just, and I always appreciate it. So this is a very special time. It's Black History Month. We love you all. We're going to work with you. We're going to make America greater than ever before. We're going to do it together, and I want to thank you all for being here. It's an incredible honor.
Now let's hear what somebody had to say.
Today, Donald Trump hosted a pathetic, and I do mean pathetic, Black History Month celebration at the White House. He was the only speaker at this so-called reception. He didn't have notable Black history makers at this celebration. There were a handful of Black Republicans who were invited, some other Republican leaders, but definitely not those folks who have been on the battleground, who have been at the forefront of fighting for the rights of Black people. So to even call this a Black History Month celebration or reception is a sham. Now, this so-called reception is happening at the same time that Donald Trump has taken a sledgehammer to diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, where he sent out a directive from the Department of Education telling universities and schools and K through 12 schools that they have 2 weeks. Yes, just 2 weeks to dismantle any program that he deems violative of his executive order. That means no more Black graduations. That means no more Black clubs. His Department of Education appointee says it might even mean the end of Black studies programs and Black studies departments. Now, on the special report next week, we're going all in on this Department of Education directive, what it means for schools, what it means for students, and why are some universities already capitulating to this unlawful directive rather than standing up and fighting. We have details for you. We have expert analysis. We have my opinions, my takes. So check us out, the special report.
Okay. He didn't have any of the Democrat loyalists. He didn't invite any of the Democrat loyalists, because those are the people you're talking about. Because here's the thing. Some of those Black people that were there actually have been activists for Black folks, especially the ones from Chicago. They were there fighting for Black folks. See, this is what I was talking about a couple of years ago about all of these DEI type of programs and what they've been doing, even with CRT, is they lumped all of these other things in with Black issues and then labeled it and allowed these people to start using it. But in all the actuality of all of the different things, we don't benefit from. We don't benefit from it all. But they push it to you like, man, we losing. Ain't got nothing. And see, this is my problem. They keep making DEI Black. DEI does not mean Black. DEI for a white supremacist troll, that might mean Black. But we're talking about an idiot. So an idiot is irrelevant. And so I don't want people, here's my problem with some of these Black folks, because they come out here and start talking to other Black folks and telling you that any white person that opens their mouth should be believed. But they'll start ridiculing you about what they're saying. Oh, well, you shouldn't want that. But okay, here's the thing. There's stupid people in every freaking group. You understand me? Stupid people. And so, oh Lord, what is this? What is this? Speaking of stupid people. Oh, okay. See, the Mexican president, Claudia, argues that if cartels are terrorists, then those supplying their weapons, over 74% of which come from the U.S., should be held accountable for their aid in terrorism. I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that. But you do understand that that would start going back to the war against Black people, which goes down to the war against drugs. See, you're not going to have anything that requires focus that does not first involve what was done against Black America. So, I mean, you can open that can of worms if you want. By all means, go ahead. So that's the Mexican president, and I see certain people co-signing that, which is interesting. Yeah, she ain't playing. See, here's the thing. You're going to have a lot of the Democrat people. That's what they're doing. They are convincing you, or trying to. Okay, I want to make sure I got that. They're trying to convince you that all of everything that Trump can do is going to detrimentally affect Black people. There's no evidence of that being true. It is showing how it's affecting other groups. And these people are pissed off that it's affecting other groups. It's cool when it's affecting us. And so you can have Roland Martin dancing with Hillary Clinton and all of these other people shucking and jiving and tap dancing. But when it comes down to Black America getting invited to the White House, that's not a Democrat-led White House, then all of a sudden, all of them, they're at Manson's house. Look at them. Well, I want y'all to say, okay, for that woman that just spoke, here's my response to that. Remember Hip Hop 50 and how many of the actual foundation of Black Americans weren't involved in that? Look at now that the Democrats aren't in office, BET had to go away from Fat Joe. Look at what the NFL did. The NFL did not recruit. They were the first ones on top of this new wave. It looks like the Grammys people got their mind together too. Think we want to get out these folks' way this year. And with everything that I keep seeing, and Roland Martin and all of his ex-troll accounts, weirdo. He hopped in. Well, this is something me and a few of us are tagged in. And I know this was Roland because of how he was saying it. Then I went and looked, and Roland Martin is on X at the exact same time, using his profile, going back with other people, back and forth, rather. Now, he has me blocked. So if you want to respond to something I'm on, of course, that's when people start using a dummy accounts. Now, mind you, you could, I mean, why do these people have me blocked? I'm blocked by Too Loud and Too Wrong. I'm Reese Colbert. Tone, he got me blocked. Yvette Carnell actually recently unblocked me for whatever. Well, I think I have some ideas on why that is. And see, here's I want to know. I'm patient, y'all. I'm show up early, but I'm also patient. I hope y'all be paying attention. If you see me fall back from something, I'm falling back for a reason. I just want to see what's happening. And all I can say is somebody that has been around foundational Black America has obviously been pillow talking with the leadership of ADOS. And, you know, I just can't help but notice once people would think that maybe me and certain folks ain't okay, I just notice how other people's attitudes kind of shift and open. When I tell you I'm in my lane, that doesn't mean I have a problem with anybody. The only person I have a problem with is the person who betrayed me that used to be the chief moderator of this channel. Outside of that, no. And the only reason why I have a problem with her is because she lied on me. And also, see, here's the biggest thing about that I think people tend to miss. They miss because they act like we just were people passing in the night. No, this person actually was down with me for like 3 years. So this isn't no stranger to me. So when people start popping out there, hopping into some conversation they don't understand, you're talking about a 3-year association. You gonna sum that up in somebody telling you something in 5 minutes? A lot of y'all folks is shallow to do that, by the way. But that's a situation where, yeah, I have a problem with that individual because I believe they have ulterior motives. Right now, I see them wanting to be closest with Tariq, but their associations are with people with Tariq haters. So how much was she backdooring me while being my chief moderator? See, a lot of people, oh man, I just haven't spoke about this because, you know, there's so much there. But yeah, chief moderator, and then turn around and backdooring me. And then also backdooring other people to make sure that we never connected. Shout out to Juicy Genius. Because people was real misrepresented around me. And I just wonder now what was being said then. Because again, how all things played out. Oh, and mind you, this person ran up to Tariq. Oh, I just interviewed Vicky Dillon, and I don't know why. But now he acts like he likes her, and they're cool. Hey, I did tell you my family is one of the biggest Black families in Denver, correct? You know where Vicky Dillon's from? We're not family as far as I know, but separate. They say 6 degrees or whatever of separation. Oh, I ain't hard to find at all. So that's type of thing. If you've noticed now, it was supposedly about Vicky Dillon, but now she doesn't even support Vicky Dillon. Was that really what that was about? Couldn't possibly be. So, like I said, you gotta find out. Like I said, for the people who have unblocked me, it's like, and I'm telling you, I got some heavyweight think tank shillers that I know follow me. They ain't said nothing. Don't mention. They don't like, share nothing on my thing, but I know they're there and they watch because I hear what I say in other places. Now, you may be like, well, man, this is a small platform. True indeed, but I've always told y'all, never ever look at my numbers and think that has anything to do with my influence. Because it never has. It never has. That's why you would see people, do you know how many different people tried to get me to promote their stuff? Before y'all even knew before Isaac Hayes went over to Rowley, where'd you come, brother? Pause. Where'd you go? What group did you seek out? But when people don't have the connection to the us like they supposed to, you feel me? They eventually reveal themselves. Like right now, I live in Portland, Oregon. A lot of these things that they say we should be upset about. See, I am here to able to tell you who's protesting for a lot of these things. We ain't out there because it ain't got nothing to do with us. But you're seeing who it does matter to. These other groups been proudly using black faces, black energy for their agenda. So you take black folks out of it. Look at who's now coming to the forefront. Who do you see? On all of these different movements that's out here and all of this, who do you see? White women. Tell me about no DEI got something to do with me. You got to be kidding. DEI ain't got nothing to do and ain't helping me at all. But let me tell you something. For those of you who's talking about the people who went to the White House as coons.
That's how I told y'all need the music. Don't let the ass out.
Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Something else that happened in this Black History Month celebration. Do you know, for the first time in 20 years? Tiger Woods came out to be proudly black. Did y'all hear me? In 20 years, it took President Donald Trump for Tiger Woods to walk in the room proudly black. That is kind of funny. That is just kind of funny. I don't know why that's so funny to me, but that is absolutely like that right there. Y'all hear me? Mr. Cablicanation himself. He got that award and was like, I got soul. You ain't never heard the word black mentioned so much with Tiger Woods in your life. And he walking in so proud. I ain't mad at that. But he walking in so damn proud. Oh, Tiger Woods was proud to be black, wasn't he? Oh, man. Soul brother number one. Man. I'm not black, boy. He walked up there, got that melon, get my little strut on. He was super happy. This whole event made Tiger Woods finally proud to be black. That is so weird to me. Like she said, like you, I just said, that's wild. And it really is. It is absolutely wild. Oh, in the Mix Radio, what's going on, brother? I see you. Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate it. And Night Rider in the building. Black first. Oh, yes, indeed. And Mark Curry in the building. Salute to you. Thank you for being here on this Saturday afternoon. Oh, man. So let's just take a little look here at the event.
Administration tried to reduce all of American history to a single year, 1619, but under our administration, we honor the indispensable role Black Americans have always played in the immortal cause of another date, 1776. We like 1776. in the
Hey, John Leguizamo. John Leguizamo. Calling John Leguizamo. You still want to keep trying to pitch some kind of move against foundational Black Americans, brother? Are you hearing the words that's coming out of the White House here? Black people, not black and. Oh, wow. See how that works, folks? Take the lesson from Donald Trump that maybe you could understand why Democrats having such a hell of a time. You heard what he said? This is what we have been telling everybody. Only one side heard it. Not and, just black. Who are we? Black. Who are they? Everything else. Because this country wasn't built by immigrants. And we are not a nation of immigrants. We absolutely are not. So there's that part. But there's more.
very first skirmish of the Revolutionary War at Lexington Green, an enslaved black man named Prince Estabrook. You know Prince Estabrook? Yeah. Answered history's call and fought as the Minutemen alongside the other patriots of the very small Massachusetts town. Couldn't protect itself, but they did a good job. Prince was wounded in the early morning battle, becoming not only the first African-American soldier to fight in the Revolution, but among the very first Americans to spill their blood. One of the first in the nation to spill blood in that very, very tough time. Soon Estabrook joined the Continental
It should not take Donald Trump to be in the White House to actually honor Black history. This is the problem that you have in Democrats. Not that this is a farce. This most definitely should have been you. But it wasn't, and it's not. Why? Because this is where you can say, well, he's lying, he's doing any of this. Where is your kind words for the Black community of America? Where is it? Because right now we're being told that we're uneducated. It's not props. It's not a plus. We're still stupid. And we didn't willfully make a decision either to vote for the couch or for those who voted for Donald Trump. No, we're all dumb. And we're clearly not smart enough to know better. We are so ignorantly stupid, aren't we? But in all actuality, this should have been the Democrats honoring Black people who are the base. But they, Democrats, don't want to rock the boat, and they don't want to bother anything else. This is Donald Trump, supposed to be the new Hitler 2.0. He can say Black. We shouldn't take anything less from anybody. See, this is where the excuse of the Democrat supporters dies. Man, we ain't never gonna have a pro-Black president. I've heard somebody say that. Matter of fact, they said it to me on my X account or Instagram. Miss CB, that would be you. You're watching this. One of the things that you said is that we would never have a pro-Black president. We don't need a pro-Black president to honor the contributions of Black Americans, because we're the foundation of this country. So why would you feel that I'm not going to tell my children to go through life not being recognized. Why would I do that to the next generation? We're supposed to be going forward and elevating. They're telling your children to quit. But don't worry about being honored yourself. But now they're going to cry about all of our money that's going to these other places all over the world. And they're complaining that, man, they're combing through the finances of fraud and wasteful spending. That's bad. While they never spoke up for anything having to do with foundational Black Americans. And now we're seeing them worried about Elon Musk. And the dumb thing, here's the thing. If Trump was so dangerous 5 months ago, then how now is he being led by an Elon Musk? We've known who Donald Trump is forever. The notion that you would say he's following Elon Musk's lead, where the hell does that sound like Donald Trump? Where in the world does that sound like Donald Trump? That's not his MO. You mean to tell me at his age with his stacked deck that all of a sudden he got into office for his last term to be ran by the likes of Elon Musk? Are you kidding? Elon Musk owes his fortune to the American government. Donald Trump ain't in the same boat as him. That's why he's over there trying to please Donald Trump. What are you talking about? But that's how they know they have to sell it to the people. So we're going to go through some lying tonight. That's what we're going to do. We're going to break down some lying. But let's go through and let him finish, because, again, Democrats, if you want Black support at this point going forward, you better start talking Black now.
Armin ultimately won his own freedom along with that of his fellow Americans. His legacy will endure, and we're very proud to honor him today. It's a very important day in our country, and we honor him. First person to spill blood happened to be Tim Easterbrook. Today, I'm pleased to announce that we will be including the statue of Prince Estabrook in our new National Garden of American Heroes. We're going to be doing a garden of American heroes. And now that I think of it, I must tell you, sadly, most of them, I guess all of them, are not with us any longer. I was going to put Tiger in the garden, but maybe you don't want to be there. I maybe should wait a little bit. Like about 50, I think I'm going to wait about 50 years, all right? But Tiger's going to make it, okay? But I'm a little afraid that.
Again, Democrats did Juneteenth. Juneteenth is Democrats. You only have yourselves to blame. You gave him the blueprint of how to get around you. You can't ignore your base. You're shooting yourself in your foot by doing so. You have no one else to blame. I really wish I'd stop hearing Democrats like Jasmine Crockett go on broadcast after broadcast after broadcast, telling the American voting public how stupid they are. Jasmine Crockett, you obviously are a tether, because there's something that you don't know better than. You think these old American good old boy network want some sassy Black woman, some sassy mouth gal telling them what's what and telling them how unintelligent they are? Boy, you have this woman. I'm saying Jasmine Crockett has got to be a doggone tether, because there's things that she says that has zero connection to us. With the name like Jasmine Felicia Crockett, I don't know. But see, Crockett, is that her maiden name? Is Crockett the maiden name? And again, who the hell is her husband? Why doesn't anybody know who this guy is? I'm telling you, I think she's married to... She might be Jasmine Felicia Goldstein. You know, because you know who she reminds me of? Tiffany Haddish. Jasmine Crockett reminds me of Tiffany Haddish. Wonder what would be the similarities. Oh, I know. Being married to a white man for 13 years. And then divorce him, and I'm a successful girl now. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be overly wretched. We've seen this before. Just saying.
Tell him yes, because he'd be the only one that's living. I don't know, Tiger. Tiger's rejecting that offer, right? Under the executive order I signed last month, this new beautiful outdoor statue park. It's going to be a statue park. It's going to be unbelievable. We're picking the final sites now. It's between various states that want it very badly. We'll honor hundreds of our greatest Americans to ever live, including countless Black Americans, icons. The garden will predominantly feature incredible women like Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Billie Holiday, Aretha Franklin, and Coretta Scott King. And I will showcase extraordinary. It will be something very extraordinary. It's going to be producing, we're going to produce some of the most beautiful works of art in the form of a statue from men like Frederick Douglass, Booker T. Washington, Jackie Robinson, what a great athlete that was. Martin Luther King Jr., Muhammad Ali, he's not a bad athlete. What do you think, Muhammad? Not too bad. And the late Kobe Bryant. People love Kobe Bryant.
Here's another thing. Democrats, you guys got to get a better strategy. You have to get a better team around your candidates. Whoever has built this guy's team, all the cultural understandings are there. Democrats are extremely severely out of touch, and you have gotten beat by the likes of a Donald Trump on every turn. This is somebody that you have put in a certain category, and he was able to wash you from head to toe. And you know why? He didn't have all of this money and this expensive staff. He just used his family members. And his son, Barron, kicked y'all ass. That boy did a whole presidential campaign. He kicked your ass. I mean, simple as that. All that money Kamala Harris spent, and his kid just washed you. That's your fault. You spent billions trying to outreach to Black Americans by funding white corporations to do it. I don't want to hear nobody talk about how dumb we are. No, it's stupid to try to reach us by some foreigner. That was your fault. What the hell did these lesbian-led organizations know how to interact with the Black male voter? What's wrong with you people? You deserve to lose, and stop calling American people stupid. The American public is not dumb. Devin Haley in the building. Salute to you. I see you. Hey, Lawrence Lilly in the building. Good to see you, man. And we got our good sister Lynette Williams in the building. Alabama in the house. And yes, you are correct. We do need Malcolm X. That was the one I saw. I'm like, yeah, I think you need to add, you definitely need to add Malcolm X to that list. So yes, I totally agree. Totally agree. Let him finish, and then we're going to move on.
And we're going to save Tiger Woods for another time. That's all that I can. I'm sorry. During Black History Month, we pay tribute to these heroes and to so many others, but not simply because they're Black heroes, but also because they are truly American heroes who inspire all of us, very much so. The theme of this year's celebration is African Americans and labor. And we want to thank all of the black workers, construction workers, and every other worker. They do a job like nobody can do, and we want to just thank them very much for their contribution. Tim, the contribution you've made, Tim, is incredible. Opportunity Zone, so many people.
Okay, Tethers, I'm sure you guys disagreed when I told you, though, but I told you guys a while back that the American white man and basically, essentially, the foundational white American, they are very well aware there's only 3 groups here that matter. There's 3 groups of citizens in this country. All else are with stipulation. We are fixed in citizens. You understand? Yes. Rock Bush, I would agree. Malcolm X, the original Black Panthers. Yes, more. I wouldn't say than Aretha Franklin. No. Aretha Franklin definitely would deserve to be there. You got to think, especially how back in those days, a lot of those black artists, I think that's why now they want all of these athletes and artists to do that. There were athletes, but see, you got to think, that's before things get infiltrated. Everything that starts, they got to figure out how to get into it and start infiltrating it and watering it down. For Aretha Franklin, she's not, because again, this is American heroes, not American activists. So when you talk about heroes, I would definitely put the Black Panthers there and Malcolm X. I think the issues that you might get with a Malcolm X is the whole fake anti-Semitism rhetoric, which really doesn't apply to Malcolm X. But just putting that in your understanding that when you're dealing with the system of satanic liars, then you take one thing and then make it another. So, but it should. Celebrities can go in the African American Museum or go to the American. Yeah, absolutely. I think, it should be well-rounded, just like everyone else. Everyone else, you see their entertainers, they're influential entertainers. You see maybe they're influential sports stars that may have broken barriers. And then you're going to see their activists as well as maybe generals and political figures as such. So, it's no different. I think we tend to get, because we have never had these things, we tend to be overcritical a little too early. So I would say just watch and let it materialize, because I'm sure with these type of things, there probably is going to be some kind of public hearing for the inductees. So, that's something to keep an eye on. I mean, it's just like we've been active, like with the OMB, kind of the same thing would apply. And that's what I hope everybody understands with this situation politically, is that we don't see, and that's why the Democrats are like, let's not do anything. Let's just whine about what everything is doing and let's lie about it. No. Black agenda is still very much here and prevalent. What Democrats are upset at is that the black agenda has nothing to do with the Democrats right now. Never has, of course, but they don't control that narrative. We have taken that narrative back for the people. And with that being said, they can't be upset at foundational Black Americans. They need to be upset at themselves. Good evening, one who cares. Good to see you in the house, my sister. Thank you for being here. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, I mean, what Rock Bush said, though, I would say Kobe, you take that, I guess, that's one you could take or leave. But again, he's doing athletes. So if you're doing athletes, then yeah, I would say a Kobe over a Michael Jordan, even if Jordan was, passed on. I would say Kobe more than Jordan. Reason why I would say that is Kobe brought other children along. Michael Jordan was one of the most selfish players ever. So that's why he's tried to somewhat remake his image in late years, because he'll never be Kobe. This is the thing where Michael Jordan went wrong. He thought having 6 rings and having one over Kobe solidified him as being great. But realistically, Kobe's teaching of other generations and teaching them how to play basketball properly, from male players to female players, which now has even successfully elevated the female women's basketball sport. Michael Jordan ain't came close to that. He only won for himself. Kobe won for generations beyond himself. That is the difference between a Kobe Bryant and a Michael Jordan. And for those of us who live in Portland, Oregon, I ain't saying Kobe just because of that. This is the things that I can say for the general public to know. But for anybody who knows, Michael Jordan's an asshole. I don't think a lot of people understand. So is Larry Miller. Jesus Christ, that cocky son of a bitch. I used to see these people all the damn time. And Michael Jordan never came out, but Larry Miller, god damn, all the time. Because this is a small net community out here. So, he Mr. Billionaire, and he's coming and strip my stuff. And come in here and everybody should flock to me, Having all of that money and that power sometimes don't mean nothing to an insecure person. You could be one of the most power. You be Michael Jordan's number 2 and be severely insecure. Always in my wife's damn face. Jerk. Yeah, look, I don't know what his problem was with my wife. Oh, he always would do whole shit. I just the days of Jimmy Max. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Larry Miller, the president of Jordan Brand, total jerk. Yes, Larry, and you know my face, so you know who my wife is. Always just doing punk shit. You standing right here? Let me come stand right in front of you with my back. It's weird sucker shit. Maybe it's the problem is you was about the same height as my wife. Little guy. Anyway. Those were the days. People over there. It's you just the things you see. It's yeah, the one who was an expert for deleting someone. Yeah, that's him. Yep, that's him. Big facts. Big facts. Tiny man syndrome for real. Boy, if y'all ever met Larry Miller, don't get me wrong. He know how to act, but it's like I'm seeing what you keep doing, and this is a black woman, brother. And he does it while of course I'm on stage. So it would be I'm hearing this stuff at the end of the night. And you always do this weird shit. But because of all of these connections, just keep things. But let me tell you though, because he always was respectful to me. But it's weird. Niggas is weird. Robert said exceptional. It doesn't necessarily mean historic. Historic moves the whole country's direction forever. Yes, Aretha Franklin definitely fits that bill. What female entertainer would you say would be more in that position than Aretha Franklin? I would love to hear that suggestion. Like, I mean, because I don't think you really looking at what you're saying. MLK already has a first-class monument in the mall. Yes, he does. He has streets all over this nation. That is very true. I think it would be odd to have a American Heroes Garden and not have him in there. There's going to be George Washington. See what we're doing? This is what I was saying. Let's not be overcritical already, because then we would get into the okay, I'm about to go into a music lesson here. We need to make sure we cover all of our bases. Okay, so and let them land first. We tend to get overcritical before we break ground. Let's get motion going. Now, with Mahalia Jackson, I can agree with a Mahalia Jackson, but she was dead before you were born. She was dead before I was born. So, but you know who was living, and who was living with those greats like Thomas Dorsey and James Cleveland that are the authors and fathers of gospel music? She comes into that genre. Also at the building of Motown and the Philly sound. And she, being from Detroit, bringing the Motown Detroit move and wave, she is the forefront of the soul movement when it comes down to female singers. You said, no, you was born when Mahalia Jackson was still alive? But then that means you must be pushing 60. So if that's the case, then you're pushing 60. And that's, I get that. So if that's the case, then yeah, okay, I can say Mahalia Jackson, but how can you not say Aretha Franklin? Because with these, oh, you're 74. Okay, then great. Let me ask you this question. Culturally speaking, who has brought R&B over to the pop field as a woman who is over 50? Is there one? You realize that from the years that she was starting as a teenager and a youngin', she was still making hits as a grandmother. Dionne Warwick, that's another one. But see, Dionne, I would say those people fall into the genre, and I have no problem with all of them being honored. But if we're talking about like the American hero, then I would be looking at the leader. So that's like people like James Brown, people like Otis Redding. When you talk about boxing, a Muhammad Ali. Of course, Michael Jordan ain't dead, so you would mention a Kobe. When it comes to Aretha still had hits in every decade. Not only that, it was always culture. Because Aretha was pop, Mahalia was the first time, so everybody can see this. Because Aretha was pop, Mahalia was the first time perform at the mall during Jim Crow. Yes, that is well, wait, is that during Jim Crow or during Civil Rights? Patti LaBelle, Gladys Knight. These are all, and so from Dionne Warwick to Gladys Knight to Patti LaBelle, I would say those are the people who build that genre. But the queen, that's the reason why they call her the queen. Yeah, now Rock Bush, you 74. You kind of sound like you had a little Aretha bias now. Now you got just a little bit of I don't like her in you. The I don't like herness. Come on now. It was still officially Jim Crow. True, I'll give you that. But you hate. Come on, Rock Bush. You hate. You got a little bit. I ain't never really liked that. Come on now. Let's keep it a buck. Shaka Khan, that was a great concert. I've seen her open for Prince. Never got a chance to, still haven't got a chance to see her live in person, like recently. But 1997, it was just her and Prince, and she was smashing. Like Shaka Khan's live joint smashing. So I mean, I got there's a concert on video from her in Tokyo. That's a hell of an album, hell of a concert record right there. So yeah, trust me, I follow this thing for real. Tina Turner. Now like Rock Bush was saying with the pop thing, I definitely say Tina Turner would be pop. But Tina Turner didn't really want to be black. I'm not saying she didn't want to be black, but she didn't want that black artist thing. So yeah, And say no, we were talking on the White House grounds, not a music fest. Well, and again, that's a Mahalia thing, but that's also a time thing. So that's, at the time, she would have been the go-to, most definitely. But now again, you saying that, remember when Martin Luther King got assassinated, who was it that calmed everybody down? And even one of the names that ain't mentioned is James Brown. James Brown most definitely should be there. He ain't. Uncle Yoki, of course, he's still living. So, George Clinton cannot be there. But I would definitely say James Brown. And, you already know eventually, the one thing he didn't say, which I'm pretty sure he would do anyway, since they were friends, is Michael Jackson. Tina's mother is Cherokee, father Navajo. I can see that. A lot of people don't know about, well, they act like they don't, about all these black Cherokees. Hello, you see the cheeks. You must be mixed. With what? My hair is jet black. Of course, I'm a little gray, but my hair is jet black. I got 2 black parents. I've cut my hair, so clearly it's not a perm. I don't know what. That's also another thing that tells me people are tethers, because I've grown up. We're from America. We got people in our family members. We got family members who can pass. Why the hell would I have to be mixed? What are you talking about? What's so crazy too is, like, for those of y'all, especially on my Instagram, it's amazing. Like, have y'all seen my baby pictures? I'm darker now than I was as a baby. And I'm there with both my parents being held right there, just black mama, black daddy. Don't know what to tell you. These people are weird. Have no understanding or clue on Black American history whatsoever. So, it's, and let these newfound folks come. No, Tina couldn't be no Cherokee. Oh, y'all ain't no Indians. Y'all Africans. Rock Bush is 74, she can tell you. Tina's mother was Cherokee, father Navajo. Y'all not really native. Jackass. That's how you know somebody ain't from this country. You don't know nothing about us. You don't even know like the little nuances and stuff about Black America. It's like these people are just lost. Absolutely lost. Before I get there, let me go here. Family. There's upset person by the name of Ayanna Presley and also Roland Martin, but she's a politician. The Congressional Black Caucus retweeted this. Oh, I see Rock Bush. You say, we here in Frederick Douglass land, there's too many statues of Frederick Douglass that is taken away from the prominence. So what you're saying is you believe oversaturation kind of dilutes the message. I can agree with that. I definitely can agree with that. I think I don't think it's one blanket solution to fix that, but I can definitely agree with that. And so for those who haven't heard, Trump did cut another thing with these Haitians. So now the Haitians are kind of looking at having to get their asses back home. So with Haiti continuing to grapple with unspeakable violence and a horrific humanitarian, political, and economic crisis, this is a shameful decision that could be a death sentence for more than 500,000 Haitian nationals living in the U.S. No wonder the Congressional Black Caucus is so filled with anti-foundational Black bias. And this is Ayanna Presley, the one who I always talked about, never want to mention the word Black, but all of a sudden Congresswoman Ayanna Presley can most definitely, she got a whole statement here. Haitians who have lived in the United States for up to 15 years, raised children, started businesses, and contributed to their communities are at risk of deportation for no reason other than being Haitian. Well, it also sounds like this is a legal situation. So the other reason being would be the legal aspect of it. But okay. We should be doing everything possible. Whoa. We? You should be doing everything possible to save lives and bring stability and safety to Haiti? Huh? We don't live in Haiti, man. We live in America. And Haiti is not my business. Not throwing vulnerable people in harm's way. What? We urge the Trump administration to immediately reverse this cruel and callous decision. No.
South Florida's Haitian American community is urging the U.S. government to reconsider the decision to remove temporary protected status for hundreds of thousands of people. Without TPS, more than 500,000 Haitians would be at risk of deportation. Good evening, I'm Elliot Rodriguez.
And I'm Lauren Pastrana. Thank you for joining us. CBS News.
Yeah, the funny thing is when you're a country of immigrants, you probably can't be deported. This country was built by immigrants. Then how can you be deported? When we build something, it's because we're here. That's what makes us foundational. So, the thing we keep being told when they're talking about things that have to do with us, and then you start talking about immigrants like Jasmine Crockett keeps trying to do, it's like, yeah, man, well, we're not leaving. Looks like you gotta go. Kind of actually tells you that America wasn't built by immigrants. And getting back to the reality, we shouldn't have been here in America was built by immigrants, because that's an insult. What you want us to do?
Miami's Yvonne Taylor joins
You
us
need to
right
work
now
hard.
from Little Haiti. And Yvonne, activists insist that going back to Haiti is not a safe option for many families.
That's what we heard from
Not our problem.
everybody here, Elliot and Lauren. In fact, I talked to a girl right here who told me, I want my face to be seen. I don't care about giving you my name because I have nothing to hide. I'm not a criminal. But the reality is that in 6 months, she could be deported. And that is one of the reasons why they are going to file a lawsuit against the Trump administration.
I am a TPS recipient, and I am legal.
That is how 25-year-old Tasha feels 24 hours after the Trump administration announced it's rolling back the 18-month protection of TPS for her and at least 500,000 other Haitians in the U.S.
Which is...
Here's the problem. You can't be deported if you're legal. See, TPS, first word of that, temporary. Meaning not forever. Meaning not permanent. Meaning you will be told at a certain date and time, it's time for you to pack your bags and head home. Not stay here. See, there's a lot of people who have talked crazy. Remember, we're bullet bags. All of these publications, the black men are the white supremacists of the black community. Remember, all of these publications are Tether owned. Can't really start looking for the people to whom you disrespected to help you. So now you will file a lawsuit. I don't know where you're going to go with that without legal standing.
Sending us Haitians back home would mean sending us to a non-livable country.
Friday morning at a press conference in Little Haiti, the unsafe conditions of Haiti were mentioned by several speakers, while other people were holding signs, "Do not divide our family."
To send them back to a country still grappling with the aftermath of a devastating earthquake, political unrest, and economic hardship is both inhumane and unjust.
About the decision to roll back TPS for Haiti, Homeland Security said through a statement, for decades the TPS system has been exploited and abused. For example, Haiti has been designated for TPS since 2010. The data shows each extension of the country's TPS designation allow more Haitian nationals, even those who enter the U.S. illegally, to qualify for legal protected status.
You look at the document that they submitted yesterday.
Okay, there it is. See, that's why they got rid of it. They had a whole loophole there. These Democrats ain't crap, man. These Democrats, and they going to tell us, remember, we have a Caribbean caucus who the head of the current head of the Congressional Black Caucus is co-chairs of the Caribbean caucus with, what's her name, Stacey Plaskett. And you know how much they must like her. Y'all remember that she had some of her little sexy pictures or videos or something of her and her husband leaked, and they just kind of made that go away. Stacey Plaskett, the Virgin Islands representative. They just made that old thing go right on out the window there, didn't they? Yeah, but this is very interesting. These are people who are illegal, and you had a whole loophole allowing illegals to re-enter or enter the country, and then get protection. So you're protecting a person to whom you know is here illegally? Wow. Wow. That's crazy.
To talk about why they're shortening the time period for Haiti. There is not one word in there.
Absolutely.
Not one word about the conditions in Haiti. And that's what temporary protected status is about.
Immigration attorney Ira Kurzban said that was one of the reasons the Haitian community would sue the Trump administration.
He can't find those millions of people who are criminals. It's taking legal people who have legal status here, taking it away from them so he can fulfill his promise.
Once we get to August of 2025, what's going to happen to you?
I don't know. I don't know. There's no other solution, and I'm not looking for other solution. It would mean for me to go back home.
So Haitian activists said here today that as many as, listen to this, 520,000 Haitians, the exact figure, which means more than 500,000, are covered under TPS. They also don't know what they're going to do in August, but wait. We're live in Little Haiti. Ivan Taylor, CBS News, Miami.
Ivan, thank you.
Well, I can kind of figure out what you're going to do come August 5th. And what we would tell you right here at the beatzillapdx official show is simply hashtag I represent.
Happy birthday, we're celebrating you today. Like Dr. King holiday, we ain't gonna do any work today. Happy birthday today. It's your beautiful day, and we gonna party all day like it's a freaking holiday.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, let me play a little bit of this audio. Shout out to my brother, Black Alpha Network. He posted this on his X page. And y'all know that, see, all of these people, I ain't this, and I ain't representing that, and I ain't representing this, and I ain't representing that. Now that they talking about deporting Haitians, Roland Martin all of a sudden has something to say.
Love when these Simple Simon Negroes, you ain't nothing but a tether, which is crazy because I love how y'all think that's an insult. But if you're going to call me a tether, which is a lie, then you're calling Stokely Carmichael a tether. Then you're calling Shirley Chisholm.
No. Yes. Shirley Chisholm, yes. She's not a hero over here. That's a put in place plan. Pushing feminism in the Black community. That is absolutely a tether. And doing it over here as an immigrant, yep, that's a tether. But like for instance, another person who would be considered a tether, Stupid Luke, the slow uncle, he would, because he's, I'm the only Negro that got arrested for hip hop outside of NWA and others, but whatever. That's tethering. Because what you're doing is now, number one, you over here calling yourself Negro. That's not how you identify. You're an immigrant. It's not your status. And that's another thing these people seem to miss. And say, oh, there's blackness and there's flat blackness. No. You're an immigrant. You have a status in this country. We're black. That's our status. You could say, well, black is black, being called black all the way around the country and all the way around. Yeah, that may be true. It may be done around the world. But here, your status is immigrant. Or, in Roland Martin's case, anchor baby.
A tether. Then you're calling Sidney Poitier a tether. Then you're calling Harry Belafonte a tether. You're calling you're calling Marcus Garvey a tether. See, I love all you anti-immigration Negroes who then act like y'all black nationalists with a conscience, but then y'all skipping over all these black folk who have contributed to the African-American experience, who were not born here or whose parents are not from here. Let me help y'all out.
That is a lie. It's an absolute lie, Roland. That's not true at all. And everybody has clearly reiterated the facts about that. So the fact that you keep going out there and lying and telling people that, yeah, see, if you, just because you're, that's not true, Roland Martin. And you know it's not. This is why nobody's rocking with y'all. See, here's the one thing you missed about the grassroots. Another important mission that we have taken upon ourselves is to make sure we have free thinkers over here. So we have to make sure we give the information straight up. We're not tailoring it this way. We're not tailoring it that way. We are giving you the simple truth. Simple. And all of this, and if you are trying to act as us and trying to pass yourself as us, see, you have to be talking about people who are doing an imposter thing. And you're bringing up Marcus Garvey, who was overtly Jamaican. Anybody can go listen to recordings of his speeches. It's no mistake that that dude was from Jamaica. Stokely Carmichael, the author of who coined Black Power. Yes, we know he's from the islands, but he also was in this struggle here, not promoting Caribbean culture. These are the things that they seem to leave out. They came over here and grafted themselves into our culture, pushing for the rights of our people because they felt connected. But they came here to be connected, not come here, take advantage, and then look out for their homeland while crapping on the people here that helped them get there. The people that Roland Martin is mentioning are nothing like tethers. None of them passed themselves off as FBA. None of them sought to undermine FBA while posing as FBA. Big, humongous difference. But this is Roland Martin's task at going against foundational Black American people. And this is where you show yourself to be a piece of crap, Roland Martin. And this is why your time and people like you are done. You ain't going to be able to sit up here and shame us. You're not us. And talking from that position of everything else that you think we should accept, that ain't going to work. You better start listening to the people and get your head out your ass. But I don't believe that to be done because I think you were too set in your ways and you are ready to die on that hill that you were sitting on. And you and all the other shields can just freaking flame out all I care. Because at this point of the game, we've told you, we've called our shot nonstop. You want to stay in the way and lose, good for you. Go right on ahead. Be our guest.
Out while y'all at it, y'all can praise Wes Moore. I guess y'all gonna call him a tether too. Look at his roots. See, this is the stupidity that we're seeing take place across our community. These people don't believe in organizing. These people don't believe in mobilizing. All they believe in is tearing down somebody who is doing something, and I just want y'all to understand, mama and daddy, grandmother and papa and mama, papa and mother fortified Roland Sebastian Martin. I don't give a
Nigga, your name is Sebastian. You clearly a tether. Shut your punk ass up. And this is why Roland Martin, you know, he don't like Foundation on Black Americans, because all of that weak talk is that doesn't go nowhere. Westmore is not on code. I know Westmore has never been on code. Like, what is he? Why did he try to invoke Westmore like he doing something for the folks? Here is somebody from Westmore's district, Roland. He ain't on code. Oh, well, y'all can praise him. Ain't nobody praising him but you. And right now, the whole thing with Roland Martin, you know who he keep promoting? He keep promoting fan base. To where you could go talk. This is how this Negro presented that crap to me. That because for some reason, you Democratic shills and you Democratic think tanks, let me tell you something. I don't sit in back channels to do anything. If you going to get it out, he's going to be here. The message is the message because the code is the leader. You're not going to find a bunch of us in some back room plotting and planning. Like I guess you assume was happening. Because he ain't the only one to do that. You know how these different, make sure you understand and catch it. These apps, make sure they came by way of Beatzilla, didn't they? Melanated people had to find out the difference what was going on there. I've had the other brother, I've had him even on this channel. Then he got out there talking a little crazy. And myself and Jason Black dropped it. And so, you know, there are other apps out there. I just haven't chose to get involved. But I will say the early thing with fan base, right? Isaac Hayes may say he ain't talked to me. You know who Beatzilla is. So, you know, my thing is this. You deal with these individuals. Don't you all trying to tear somebody down. Roland Martin, you over here promoting this Negro, wanting him to get Black private conversations. And he's the only Black person working for that company. Judah Israel said, just because he's married to a Black woman and has Black kids doesn't make him for the people. He wrote a book comparing his life to a Black man named Westmore, who's incarcerated. Really? Oh, really? I bet that's horrible, Judah Queen. Well, yes, Judah Israel. I bet that is horrible, ain't it? I didn't know that.
Damn what y'all think. We know what we're doing.
I don't give a
We know who we're impacting. We know who we're educating. And what we are facing right now is an existential threat to the future of Black America. And some of y'all think this is a game. It's not.
Who?
Reese, the time that we spend here, this ain't just, hey, let's just, what the hell, pass 2 hours. No, it is literally trying to warn people what is coming down the pipe. We try to warn these folk, don't play around in two.
No, you didn't warn anybody. You tried to fearmonger people. And what you want people to do is do nothing about their own condition and rely on the Democrats. We are saying, no, this requires us. This requires us to be upfront and vocal, not no political party, because that ain't really how things change. You're not going to get it. See, all of this that happened when you talk about voting, but you couldn't get the vote. So what difference does it make? Because your candidate. Here's another thing. Remember what they're doing right now is they're talking as if Donald Trump beat Joe Biden. Donald Trump did not beat Joe Biden. If you pay attention to what they keep doing, they keep going back to Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Joe Biden wasn't in the election. He wasn't on the ballot in November. That was a Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris lost. You see what they keep doing? Because even Jasmine Crockett tried to pull that. Yeah, that's enough for Roland. Yeah, I mean, shut up, Roland. What a joke. Let me see, what is it? Okay. Now, here's my thing about this, because you keep talking about how you're warning us. This isn't warning. This is lying to the American public. This is a politician, a black politician, lying to America.
Really been the one to call it out. The fact that I'm rooting for Canada and I'm rooting for Mexico a lot is really wild. But they are really the ones that are speaking truth to power right now. Yeah. They can see what it is, and they were.
No, the black grassroots are speaking truth to power, and it's very evident. See, I'm looking at everything that they want to keep trying to ignore. And I will repeat this and keep repeating this. This benign neglect strategy, while putting sassy gal Jasmine, up on every platform you can to sass the country down. I don't think she gets it. Like, she's a time filler until they get the right white person that they want to promote. Because Gavin Newsom ain't going to cut it. So they know that much. Jasmine Crockett's being used as a time filler. And I guess they have a good second with AOC. That's why they're throwing that whole conversation about them running right now out. You know you can't win with this. So this is this gets black folks pacified enough, like the black Democrat voter, to be man. Because if you heard the way they talk about this woman, they are totally duped. Now, other people recognize this is a con. And I just, man, for the people who be buying this garbage is amazing to me. So let's hear the Catholic school preppy put her black accent on.
Like, we are not messing with this crazy regime from Mar-a-Lago and basically calling them thugs. That's what it is. But I'm like, y'all knew who he was when y'all elected him. So don't act surprised.
Here's another thing. People are acting as if we have an issue with the situation. We don't. There's nothing bothering us right now. I don't get it. Well, where's she coming from with this? She says these crazy things, and then I hear these people like, "Great, that's the greatest thing since sliced bread." No, it ain't. And just as a reminder, for Roland Martin, you guys on this and that, man, let me tell you something, man. For all the people who are upset of black folks going to the White House for Black History Month, remember, and black Democrats and Jasmine Crockett, this type of business. You see Joe Biden over there, he took chicken to a black family. Chicken. But I'm got me and myself a burger here. Let's go ahead and get this burger. I went the route of making sure I had a hamburger because I don't eat that spook food of yours. And then here's Roland Martin over here, hating on Sharice Lane, talking about the help.
That's how I told y'all need the music. Don't let the ass out.
He likes the idea of giving some of the savings from Doge back to Americans as kind of a dividend. Would you support that?
Listen, he's just telling a lie. He's not the one that had anything to do with the $1,200 refunds that people had during the midst of COVID that was done by a Democratic House. And
just so you can see what we're talking about here, Doge concerns. You know what's funny is she didn't ask her about the stimulus checks. She actually asked about, hey, what do you think about if this could happen? Let's go back to just so we all can hear her sidestep the question.
Now, President Trump says he likes the idea of giving some of the savings from Doge back to Americans as kind of a dividend. Would you support that?
listen, he's just telling a lie. He's not the one that had anything to do with the $1,200 refunds that people had during the midst of COVID that was done by a Democratic House and Democratic Senate. Right now, what they're going to do is say, hey, we want to give you a refund, but Congress won't let us, because they already know that there's just no money for that. The only reason that those refunds came.
Why did she go there? So again, he's talking about the Doge money. She starts talking about stimulus. So you understand what she's doing? This is a purposeful misdirect. And I know that the Democrat people, you want to hang on everything she says, but this was a very dishonest move in what she just did. The question is about if he has the opportunity to give and pass off these savings to the American public. What do you think about that? And then you go on to him lying about stimulus. He didn't lie about the stimulus because the bottom line is he could have said no. And then nobody getting no stimulus. He's still the freaking president. So when they had to put it on his desk, he either signs or declines to sign. And so either we get, here's the thing. There was one person's pen who had to make sure we got our stimulus checks. Whose person? Whose signature? Because they say he held it up because he wanted to have his name on the check. Could we have gotten those checks without him signing for the checks? They try to make it seem like he didn't do it. Yes, he did. And there was nothing of the sort that came from the following administration. So now he's back in there. Here is something that he's now looking at doubling down. For those people who have two people in your household and 2+ people, $5,000 a pop is take care of quite a bit. For the average family, who's going to turn down $5,000? But let's hear more about what she's saying, because she's absolutely incorrect.
Before was because we were living in different times. This was a time in which hopefully we won't ever go through again. We had a once in a lifetime pandemic. The bad part is that I don't know if it's once in a lifetime, because we know that Ebola, unfortunately, was detected right here in New York here recently. And if we continue down this road of getting rid of scientists or deciding that we don't want to rely on experts as it relates to what they're telling us to do, or we don't want to deal with vaccines.
See what she just did there? Everybody who is losing money by way of Trump's policies is all she spoke about. Now she's talking about jabs and us relying on these people. Hell no. Because here's my thing. I recognize, unfortunately, about our folks. As long as it's a Democrat, they would take. Had Donald Trump came out and said, everybody got to get this. there wouldn't be a black person here or a black church advocating for you to get it. Matter of fact, they would have told you, man, coming from him, I don't want no shot from that man. Oh, you think I'm finna go down there and get that? Oh, no, that old Trump ain't gonna shoot me up with nothing. All that rich billionaire stuff talk, you know what? When you're talking about jabs, that's rich billionaire talk. Because she got jabbed up by a guy that plays video games, that invented video games. He stole Windows from Steve Jobs. That's what I actually heard personally from myself from Steve Jobs. Well, that was an interesting story. That's a funny story too. The reality of how they actually got paid, and that little deal with the government for Windows pretty much runs all of your banking systems, by the way. But it's also the foundational piece of the NSA's information collection. So basically what we use is Windows. The main system that we are actually on, though, is not Windows. Windows is the access to the platform, which is called webs. The World Wide what? Web. So being all of these different screens are only Windows, not the system. Meaning everything, that's why the whole scam of security and digital protection, that'll help you from your low-level hackers and all of that. But if you think that just you doing something beyond the government, as long as you're using one of these devices, they can see everything you do. They might not be able to legally prosecute you about nothing, but here's the most important thing they do get: how you think. Your thought patterns, your spending patterns, the things that your mind entertains itself with. All of your devices know all of that. Now, when people want to sit up here and talk to me like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, okay. Now, if I wasn't there, how can I tell you this? Because there's been no one else out here at all to explain this to you. I'm it. I know there ain't nobody else, because there wasn't nobody else there but me. But that's what also, now you realize they also talk about Wells Fargo got the slave ledgers. Hello. I'm him that broke that. Saw him with my own eyes. And then you got the Congressional Black Caucus of, we need them slave ledgers. Boy, beatzilla don't get credit for shit. But nothing. All the different things I've been part of. I'm shit. You don't hear my name around nothing. But can't say you heard this one from anyone else.
Vaccines and medicine in this country, then we may be facing not only our next pandemic, but our next 2, 3, or 4 pandemics because of their incompetence. So no, we are not in the business of giving out money. And honestly, I don't know what $5,000 will do for you.
Hold on. What did you just say, man?
No, we are not in the business of giving out money. Not in the business of giving out money. So no, we are not in the business of giving out money. And honestly, I don't know what $5,000 will do for you.
By show of hands in this chat right now, I just need a simple yes or no from y'all. Would $5,000 help you right now? Let me know. Talk to me, chat. Would $5,000 help you right now? Just let me know. I mean, because if you don't want yours, I'll take it. Cash App right there. Y'all let me know. Okay. I mean, because what you gonna do if that's chump change? What's she talking about? Y'all can't. Absolutely, there's this. Okay, Jasmine, there's folks over here to say that $5,000. Send it on over. Thank you. I mean, man, that's a hell of a stimulus, ain't it? Come on now. TJ, I mean, what can you do with $5,000? Really? I mean, huh? What? This is insane. As long as I can turn it 4 times, you could do whatever you want to with it, Rock Bush. And see, that's the whole thing. You could turn your, see, if you got 4 people in your household, there's some changes that can happen over there. Y'all can get some things done. Everybody chip in and still got a little bit for the family. And man, come on now. You can get some things done with multiple folks in the house with $5,000. Let these people steal you. And she's over here trying to tell you that she ain't rich. Is that a statement from a person that don't got $9 million in the bank? I'm just saying. Woman worth $9 million over here telling you that you don't need $5,000. Okay, money bags. Bro. You gonna literally tell people with the price of eggs and all of this? Oh, you can't do no $5,000. He talking crazy. Hey, no, because see, they don't want that Trump. We have more money with Trump talk. And here's the thing with this: if this happens, do you understand? You can't run the same play no more because this ain't no Democrat House and the Democrat Senate. That ain't the case. That is not the case. Yeah. Judy Israel said, on behalf of my household, we will happily accept the $15K. RBJ said eggs are $9 in the South. Man, you can't do nothing with no $5,000. Is she on the rock? What is she talking about? Yeah, Joe Blow can use $5,000. What the hell are you talking about, man? Beyonce, send it on. Shoot, I'm gonna raise my ticket prices. $10,000 a ticket. Come on down here with Beyonce and Cowboy Carter. Spend that $4,800 something for that ticket. Whew, eggs cost more than $10 out here. Oh, Jesus Lord. Wee. Oh, ouch. Golly. $9 in the South and up in the DMV and 10. Wait, okay, so wait, hold on. This is the DMV, so Jasmine Package. Is she out of touch with what's going on around there? I'm just now thinking like, Donald, wait a minute. So she knows what y'all dealing with out there. And ain't gonna turn around and word. Wow. Report say up to for taxpayers. Yeah, no, absolutely. I'll get all of mine. Whew. That's why I go for the deals. Absolutely. is 11, but you get 30 eggs. Okay, that's not a bad. That's not a bad deal right there. If you could find it. You just made me think of something. Because I was in Costco last night. Not because I'm boycotting Target, by the way, but I was at Costco last night. And, it was late because I like to get into Costco. I can't stand crowds. So we go like last hour they open. The place where the eggs used to be is empty. No eggs at Costco. The place to where they are. I think what they do is they have a certain amount and then they will the pallet out. They don't even keep it in the joint no more. So there's not even like and you go into the little cooler thing, there's the whole thing for eggs ain't there. What they'll do is wheel in something, like there'll be a pallet, and then there's 2 Costco workers allowing you to get one, I think it's 18 count eggs, if you could catch it, but only let you get one at a time. No, we don't have no BJs out here. I'm not familiar with the BJs. Only BJs out here is the pizza spot. She needs to get up off that cocaine, get up off that crack. I know that's right. There's an egg limit. Okay. I was wondering about that. Yeah, we don't have no BJs, and we don't have Sam's Club neither. No. My wife's from Texas, so they know all about that. But we don't have no Sam's Club out here. They do got Sam's Clubs in Denver. That's what's different. One thing we do, the trade-off here though, is we have a plethora of organic grocers. I think on the East Coast, you guys got like Sprouts. Well, we have multiple joints. We, of course, have Whole Foods. New Seasons out here is the main go-to, though. Natural Grocer. Green Zebra went out of business. Their stuff was extremely freaking high. It was stupid high. World Market. Oh, man. What's the name of that other one? People something. We only have one of those here. And then there's Zoo Pants, which Zoo Pants is for the people in the hills. And you might find a Hagen every now and then. I think they might be gone. But as far as like really being able to go like big box shopping, Costco is it out here. There ain't nothing but Costco out here. Okay, so Sprouts is like a natural grocer, right? They like the organic, where you find all your organic stuff. Because that's what I always assume when I heard people talk of Sprouts. I always believe that was like what we know as like a New Seasons, kind of on the whole food end of it. Farmers markets. Oh, okay. What you say? Got Fresh Time at Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. I am, I guess, a 2 minute drive away from Trader Joe's. Or I could walk up my back street here, about 5 minutes uphill. I'll be walking right into the back. I'm very close to a Trader Joe's. Oh, Devin, I already know. We use Fresh Time all the time. Fresh. That's another. As you age, family, as you age and you get into your more age groups to where you have to worry about what you eat, start incorporating fresh herbs into your cooking, like thyme, rosemary. If you have inflammation issues, you could use maybe a pinch of turmeric. It won't necessarily alter the flavor or color like that. Just a pinch, because you're not using that for flavoring until you're using that for flavoring. But it'll definitely help you with if you got joint issues and stuff like that. It'll help keep the inflammation down. So that's something. Also, coriander, which coriander or cardamom, both they both kind of do the same thing. I'm trying to think. I think it's coriander, which is ground cilantro. I believe that's it. Either one, that or the other. I get them mixed up. So cardamom and coriander, which cardamom is going to be a little more expensive, but they're great spices to use. I ain't heard that one in a long time. Cod liver oil. Ooh, wait, Devin. Where your people from? Your folks supposed to be from the country. What you know about that cod liver oil? And black seed oil? Where your people from? Cod liver oil. Ooh, wait. Well, you took me back on that. Giants and Wegmans. We don't have no Wegmans. We don't have Giants either. Don't sprout so. Aldi. I've been hearing good things about Aldi. I hear good things about Aldi. Oh, your people from Chicago. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, Chicago got a lot of them country transplants. So when folks started moving out of the South, they immediately headed towards Chicago. So that makes total sense. I'll take five. Let me know you foundational Black American without telling. Oh, Lord. Y'all got that Blue Star ointment in that joint too? Good Lord. Boy, like I said, there's certain things about our culture that you cannot fake. Tell me you foundational Black American without telling me. Come on now. Come on with it. Shoppers? That's a store? That's a store? Okay. You say you like Aldi for certain stuff. One thing I seen about Aldi's, it looks like they have a lot of good fresh produce and whatnot. And that's what I'm used to out here. Out here, we're very heavy in the produce. This is an agricultural hub. So we have our own our tomatoes, strawberries, blackberries, boysenberries, raspberries, blueberries, potatoes, onions. Our state cow is the Black Angus. So we eat Black Angus. That's the cow. That's the meat coming from anywhere here. So if you drive from south or east or anywhere from here, you're going to see black cows upon black cows upon black cows, and you'll see the speckled brown ones. Those are milk cows. But they had to stop charging extra for Black Angus out here. Because when people started driving through the state, it's like, wait a minute. All the meat we have here is Angus. So we don't have like the markup here of Black Angus because they was really getting over on us for a while here, folks. Take a drive through this doggone state, you ain't gonna see nothing but black cows. I'm feeling like venison. Oh, what you talking about? What you talking about? Boy, I got some FBA family off up in my chat tonight. What we talking about here? Ain't no telling gonna come in here talking about no venison. Because you got venison, that means you grew up with a hunter in your family. So yeah, let's come on now. Come on now. Like I said, tell me you FBA without telling me. I've heard of Price Right. We don't have those out here. Yeah, I heard Price Right. Mark Bush, I remember this that store, and it closed. ShopRite is still open here though. So you had ShopRite and Price Right. Huh. Yeah. Now, for those of you who have never had venison or elk, you're missing out. It's don't let people fool you because you got so brainwashed on store-bought meat that you think meat from somebody hunting ain't no good. Let me tell you something. If you ever get your hands on some ground elk, you can never get your hands on some ground elk. It'll be the best burger of your life. I mean, that is, if you can get your hands on some ground elk, trust me. I mean, that's the best burger I've ever made myself. Is that elk burger? It's like, because we was out of ground beef. My mom was like, "We still got that ground elk up there. Uncle Cleo brought us." Fantastic. He said you need to try that. If you ever got you all got family, because I'm in hunting territory out here. This is people will come from the south to come up here and hunt. This is hunting territory up here. Like in Arkansas. Arkansas got a lot of hunting territory as well. So you could come up here, like the meat market that I go to, they clean your bucks. They clean and they will dress your joint. So come on, man. If y'all ain't had that family freezer meat, y'all just don't understand. Talking about venison, and boy, you taking me back to my childhood right there. That's another thing too. I grew up, my grandfather was a fisher and a hunter. So I grew up eating bone fish. We eat clean fish. I didn't grow up eating catfish. I grew up eating trout, bass, if you can catch it, depending on where you are. I know out here, they only let you get 4 bass a time. If you ever can get your hands on, I'm talking about bass. Not no sea bass that tastes like a snapper. No, I'm talking about bass. A big mouth bass. If you can get your hands on that, family, treat yourself. You understand me? Treat yourself. Now, you got a lot of these little weirdos. I've seen some people posting pictures on X because I'm like, what y'all know about these crappies? And I'm seeing people like, man, I wouldn't mess with them. What are you kidding? Who raised y'all? That told me that there's a lot of tethers out here because you don't fool with crappies? Where your people from? You don't mess with crappies. Can we stop? I'm out of pocket. Oh, Sensei FBA Marv, thank you for being here. Priscilla Taylor, thank you for being here. Jersey City in the building. And Devin says sometimes for cough drops, I buy the brand Fisherman's. So I already know what you're talking about. Old school coming that white box. Oh, man. Oh, and the other thing, if you get them 10s, family, for just FYI, if you ever have to use Sucrets, they are sugar-free. And sugar-free comes with a cost at some time, so I just need you to understand. Sugar-free can come at a hell of a cost. For those who know what I'm talking about. Oh, sugar-free could be a hell of a problem, baby. It'll be the one you don't want. They say in a lot of what is it? Because there's something on the package. It says eating in like large consumption of this cough drop will act as a laxative. They not joking. That one time I was sick in high school, I found out the hard way about some crets. Yo. 20 pounds lighter. My cold was gone. Oh, man. So we got a couple more things to hit before I get out of here. What is this? Let me see. Let me take a look at what this is. What is this? Oh, I almost forgot. I would have left out of here and be like, damn. Okay, so y'all remember the January 6th pardons, right? One of those pardons was Enrique Tarrio from the Proud Boys. You guys remember him, right? Well, you know, if you guys have been paying attention, there's been a few of these January 6ers that have already caught themselves caught up. They have been pardoned from their January 6th crimes just to get out and commit more crimes and have now gotten themselves arrested. So the leader of the Proud Boys is now under arrest for assault, just like Charleston White.
Who you are? But I have it all on camera. How's it feel getting arrested again? You can't just touch people. You can't just touch people. It's not a pardon, it's superior court. You don't get to just put your hands on people. You don't get to come here and do whatever the fuck you want. You just assaulted me, and now you're getting arrested. Good fucking job, you idiot, you pathetic piece of shit. Good job.
He jumped on a wall.
Yeah, where's your mom? Where's Goonie? Back up. I'd like to press charges, obviously.
Back up.
You can't just do whatever you
back
want.
up. Back up.
Enrique Tarrio just assaulted me and now he's getting arrested. I told you, he doesn't intimidate me. He doesn't intimidate me. He doesn't get to come here and assault people and do whatever the fuck he wants. Fuck you, Enrique.
Back up. Back up.
Fuck you, you bitch.
Stay right there. Stay the perimeter in front of him. Yeah.
Well, how's about that? And you know that woman is pressing all of the charges there, buddy. Oh man. Oh, I heard he assaulted an activist. I hadn't watched this video. We watched that together for the first time. You jumped on a white woman with your non-white ass. You did that, stupid. They're finna make an example out your dumb ass. Because Enrique. They about to show you ain't Enrique. You're Enrique. They about to make you Enrique real good. You went out there jumping on the white woman. Oh, Lord. They finna make an example out of you. He finna come out of prison this next go around talking about, I'm black. I found myself in prison and I got my newfound religion. He look like you. We all black. See, I learned what I was going. I learned something. I learned that I ain't just like you. Just like you. Like I said, he thought he was white, and he finna find out that he's Enrique. Real quick, like. Oh, well, Enrique. Oh, but anyway, there was a woman on that did a TikTok video that is expressing the position of the grassroots when it comes down to a Jasmine Crockett. And I want to go ahead and let her have her minute right now. So let her cook.
Y'all gonna go hard for Jasmine Crockett. She's not for you. She's not for the people. She's putting on a show and she's lining her pockets. If she actually really cared about the people, she would be going for more money. Instead of saying that the United States government isn't in the business of handing out money, even though they're giving it to men who sleep with other men in South Africa, even though they're giving it to Ukraine by the billions, even though 100 billion of that money is missing, even though they're giving it to all of these migrants who have come in and have not paid into this system at all, even though they're giving the money to, obviously, these lawmakers who are compounding their money exponentially by the year. Jasmine Crockett is saying that America is not in the business of giving money to its citizens. What? But she could be fighting for us to be getting more money. The argument could have been, instead of 20% of the savings going back to the American people, why is it not 50% of the savings going back to the American people? Why is it not 70% of the savings going back to the American people? No, that was not her argument. She said, what can $5,000 do? And she said, they're not in the business of giving us money. $5,000 could do a whole lot for a whole lot of people, actually. $5,000 could do a lot for me. I know that. That's helping somebody get out of credit card debt. That's 6 months of somebody's car payment. That's childcare. That's groceries. That's repairs around the house. That's healthcare and medical bills. $5,000 can actually be pretty life-changing for the average American, but Jasmine Crockett is not the average American, nor does she care about the average American. I don't know when y'all gonna pick that up.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Ooh, she was cooking. Cooking. Salute to that sister. Salute to that sister. I so appreciate that tone. I love it. I love it. So, family, we are almost out of here, but we have come to the part of this broadcast that is a newer addition to what we do here. And if you're new, you might be seeing this for the first time, of course, and not know that it's a new part of this broadcast, but it is. And this part of the broadcast is simply called Nigerian Lacefront Confessions. All right. So as you guys see here, there is a woman who says that Black American history and the Caribbean, guess we have something in common. Let's hear what she has to say.
You could say that Black American history is for Black Americans only, but you'd be wrong, because you can't have Black American history without Caribbean people. And
yeah, we actually could, because Black history is still Black history. there's Black history that involves people that got involved with our struggle here, and Caribbean people, yeah, but that's still aligning themselves with us.
I find it really strange that some Black Americans do not know how heavily involved Caribbean people are in their history. So let's have a teachable moment, shall we? First things first, let's start with easy ones. Easy. Malcolm X. You know him, that guy, that fella? Yeah. His mum was born in Grenada. Where is Grenada? The Caribbean.
And so his father being a foundational Black American, correct? So his father's foundational Black American, his mother's Grenadian. Okay. This is something we knew. It wasn't something hidden. It's actually part of his movie. So, the Spike Lee movie. It lets you know that, yes, his mother was from Grenada. And she came here and married a foundational Black American man. She didn't come here and drop off no anchor babies. And so the culture that she was under her husband's culture. Foundational Black American. See, why did she start talking about the mom? What about the father? To whom, he hails from.
Let's do another one. Shirley, baby girl Shirley Chisholm, the first Black woman elected into U.S. Congress, is from where? Where is she from? Barbados.
And a CIA plant also pushing feminism. So, yeah.
She's from Barbados. She even calls herself an American Barbadian. She also has roots in Guyana, which is where? Where is Barbados? Where is Guyana? The Caribbean.
People from Barbados are called Baitian. So she didn't even get that right. Those are Baitians. The hell is she talking about? She don't even have that correct. Jeez.
Another easy one, Marcus Garvey, a man who I'm literally a descendant of. Who is he? Who was Marcus Garvey? Marcus Garvey was the first Black man to have a political movement in the United States.
The first Black man to have a political movement in the United States? Are you on crack? No, that's not true. He has a very memorable, I guess if you want to talk about this century, or she says she's a descendant of Marcus Garvey. I guess.
To benefit Black people of the Americas. Look, what? Really? Yes. And where's he from? Jamaica. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Marcus Garvey actually inspired Martin Luther King.
I guess right here, she's probably getting Martin Luther King confused with Malcolm X. And in that regard, that wouldn't be Malcolm X. That would be Malcolm X's father. Going back to Malcolm X came under the tutelage of Elijah Muhammad. It's funny that she doesn't mention Elijah Muhammad. She doesn't mention Minister Farrakhan. Because she doesn't know what's going on here. She has a lot of opinion, but she's just wrong. Funny, you left out Farrakhan and you left out Elijah Muhammad. But now Marcus Garvey has inspired Martin Luther King. I don't remember reading that in any biography or autobiography. What? Who? No.
for the civil rights movement in America. And Martin Luther King said that himself. Crazy.
When? Hold on. Wait. What are we doing here? What are we saying? Okay, let me just look up something. MLK and Marcus Garvey. Yeah, let me get there. MLK and Marcus Garvey. Let me see what. Martin Luther King Jr. honored Marcus Garvey as a leader who inspired millions of African Americans. King called Garvey the first man on a mass scale and level to give millions of Negroes a sense of dignity and destiny. It's not really accurate to what she said. And no, he wasn't the inspiration of Martin Luther King's movement. Martin Luther King was making a reference, giving homage to somebody who came before him, not being inspired by him, but, you know, hey, this, again, someone said to say, wait a minute. And so in 1965, King laid a wreath at Garvey's shrine in George VI Memorial Park in Jamaica. King gave a speech at the shrine highlighting Garvey's role in giving African Americans a sense of pride and identity. King pledged to continue the struggle for freedom and equality. 1965. What year was Martin Luther King assassinated? You're talking about his last days. He was inspired by Marcus Garvey. No, ma'am, he was not.
Malcolm X was also inspired by Marcus Garvey. Actually, you know what? Without Marcus Garvey, would there be a Malcolm X? Would there be a Martin Luther King? So interesting. So.
Yes, because of their fathers. This American experience hasn't changed. And Malcolm X was a hoodlum with the knowledge of Marcus Garvey. He became a Black activist under the tutelage of Elijah Muhammad.
Oh, interesting. Let's talk about the Harlem Renaissance. Not Renaissance. Where did that originate from? It originated from immigrants.
Who, Dizzy Gillespie? I guess he's from the Congo. See, when these people jump down, start going, you got these, okay, let's do these loose references. Okay. But then you start going down the path of artistry, and up the wheels come off the bus. No, ma'am, that's incorrect.
Jamaican immigrants in Harlem, poets like Claude McKay, establishing the movement. Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
Establishing the movement? Let's do this. Come on, let's walk it down. Claude McKay, Arthur. Yeah, okay. A Jamaican born September 15th, 1890. He passed in Chicago, Illinois, May 22nd, 1948. My mother was born in 1949. Matter of fact, Rock Bush. You 74, like Harlem Renaissance? He established it? Let's see. There's a questions. This is questions people ask about Scott. What was Claude McKay best known for? McKay flourished as a poet during the Let me read this again. McKay flourished as a poet during, so you can't establish or start anything, during the Harlem Renaissance in the 1920s. During this time, his poems challenged white authority while celebrating Jamaican culture. There's no Jamaican culture in jazz. And in the artistry of the Harlem Renaissance, he was one amongst many. But obviously, people weren't celebrating Jamaica. He was. But everybody else was. He also wrote tales about the trials and tribulations of life as a Black man in both Jamaica and America. Here's another question. How did Claude McKay change the world? Influenced the Harlem Renaissance. McKay was a leader of the Harlem Renaissance, a literary movement of the 1920s. His work gave a voice to Black immigrants and challenged racial discrimination. You seeing what he was pushing? He wasn't jumping in the lane of Black empowerment. He was talking about immigrants while being around Black folks. But understanding that time and circumstances, I get it. It makes sense that that's what he would be doing. But he was giving voice for the Black immigrant. See how they like to rewrite history? Pave the way for poets. Pave the way for Black poets. McKay's work influenced later poets, including Langston Hughes. Championed civil liberties and racial solidarity. McKay advocated for full civil liberties and racial solidarity. McKay wrote about the trials of Black life in both Jamaica and America. His novel, Home to Harlem, was the first best-selling novel by a Black writer. McKay used the sonnet or sonnet form to convey his ideas, even though many modernists rejected it. McKay's poem, Harlem Dancer, portrays the tension of African American performers. So he was observing things of that time. See, the writing, like, I don't know what people getting this. Yes, there's poems in the Harlem Renaissance, obviously, but it's a artistry boom. So that's just one part. Let's see. Let me go here. Why was Claude McKay criticized? Used every art and emphasis to paint drunkenness, fighting, lasciviousness, sexual promiscuity, and utter absence of restraint in as bold and bright colors. Really? Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see. This says, were Langston Hughes and Claude McKay friends? If the Harlem Renaissance is often viewed as resting on a divide between an older and a younger generation, the warm friendship between Claude McKay and Langston Hughes suggests one of big and little brother. Now, the lynching is a sonnet written by Jamaican American poet, writer, and activist Claude McKay. The poem was initially published in Cambridge Magazine in 1920 in response to the violent race riots of Red Summer of 1919 and the escalation of Black men being lynched that year. There we go. See, when they say these things like these people were like running the movement and all of this, no. But were they part? Yes. Were they the creators? No. Were they contributors or influences? Yes. Same thing with every other music form. Not the authors, not the creators, not the people who established the platform, but here you are and you come in and contribute. There's nothing new there.
That's just Jamaican's influence. It's just, I mean, it's just small. The Harlem Renaissance, nothing big, just small. This one's crazy. This one will blow your mind. The man who literally popularized the term Black Power. Yeah, Black Power. Stockley Carmichael is from where? Trinidad. Where's?
We knew that. See, they're doing this thing, and this is like what Roland Martin was doing. And she has London in her name. Why is she speaking on us? See, this is I still want to get to America myself type talk. And now that the door is being shut on a lot of folks, she's trying to now make this appeal to Black America to say, well, hey, look at all of these Caribbeans that contributed to your Black history.
Trinidad, the Caribbean. Black Power. Black Power, guys. Black Power. Colin Powell, first Black US Secretary of State from Jamaica. Baby girl Kamala. Kamala. First Black
Indian, Jamaican, not Black.
Vice President, first female Vice President of the United States is from where? I mean, she is like also Indian, but also
No, she's not. Just like, oh yeah, she's also Indian, but she's from Jamaica and she's not Black.
Jamaica. And let's not even get started on hip hop. Let's not even do that because I think.
Yeah, please don't lie on hip hop because we've had enough of that lying. But go ahead, knock yourself out.
We all know that hip hop, American hip hop, hip hop really originated in Africa. Like
it did not. It didn't. It's an American music art form, so it didn't originate in Africa because it's American music art form. It's like blues, jazz, gospel. It originated in America by Americans, not Africa, by Africans. No inspiration. Why? Because we're 400 years removed from Africa with zero connection. Even Martin Luther King knew that.
Really did. But like American hip hop, where did that came from Jamaican immigrants in the Bronx. So it's another one for Jamaica, which is where? In the Caribbean! And don't get it twisted. It's not just the Caribbean that have had America's back. America has had Africa's back. Let's talk about apartheid in South Africa. If it wasn't for the boycotts going on in America, the apartheid wouldn't have ended. Okay? Because Black Americans put pressure on the American government to stop that. And it got stopped, did it not? Thank you. So all I have to say is this. We all play a part in each other's history. I think most Africans and Caribbeans should know that Americans play a huge part in their history, in their culture, and in their day-to-day. But I'm not sure that Black Americans realize how much a big part the Black Caribbeans and Black Africans play in their history and culture and day-to-day lives. Basically, Black American history is global history. Black history is global history, and the sooner we realize that, the better we'll be, and the diaspora wars will end. Yay. Also, shout outs to Barack Obama, first Black president. Dad's from Kenya. Dad is from Kenya. Kenya is where? In Africa. I just wanna point that out.
The out-of-touch nature of the tethers is beyond belief. Beyond belief. Wow. And that's why tethers do stuff like this.
That's how I told y'all need the music. Don't let the ass out.
Now, this really, again, let's just go right back to this, though. This is why everybody is upset, and they're now doing the whole, hey, Black Americans, you need Caribbeans, and you need to. No, man. The coalition days is done. That ship has sailed. It has left the dock, and you didn't want to participate with us because we're bullet bags and we're all of this, and we don't work hard, and we're lazy, and we're all baby mamas. But now you got to hold your own nuts. But you also have to do it knowing that foundational Black American freedmen are the group that actually made the difference. And that shows us having a political voice without being attached at the hip to the Democratic Party. We now have established that you need to pay attention to Black agenda politics. And the Democrats ain't on that wave. And as long as they keep trying to push what they pushing with who they pushing it, they will lose until further notice. They don't believe it, though, because they're going, let's keep rolling Sister Girl out there. Go ahead, then. But always remember, this is how it went down.
And we got the highest vote, and one of the big reasons I'm president today is because of the Black vote, and I just, and I always appreciate it. So this is a very special time. It's Black History Month. We love you all. We're going to work with you. We're going to make America greater than ever before. We're going to do it together, and I want to thank you all for being here. It's an incredible honor.
Simple as that. And never forget.
53% approval rating. It's higher than it's ever been. 70% believe that he's fulfilling his promises, and 45% believe Democrats should be more moderate. What do you take away? I think there's a lot to make of those numbers, but what's your takeaway from that?
My takeaway is just like the election. We've got to do better at education. People don't understand, but you will understand when those hospitals in rural America start closing down.
I already hit that part.
Even more. You will understand when you don't have your Social Security. You will understand when your Medicaid, your Medicare goes away. You will understand as planes continue to fall out of the sky.
That part. Anybody remember the problem with the Boeing Max 777s or 787 or whatever the hell they are that kept flying and crashing, or something's falling off the plane in the backyard of someone's house, and all of these issues that happened under Joe Biden, now all of a sudden, man, this is going to be happening. They're going to be continuing to fall out of the sky. Well, shoot, wasn't nothing being done when you had all of that wasteful spending going on, too. This is the moment where you have to turn and you say, let's do something else and try something else. And these people who have been making their fortunes to bad policies and bad politics are the only people crying foul. The American people can say, there's $5,000 that could come to me that should not go to Ukraine, should not go to illegals, should not go to Timbuktu for research on how to do DEI programs and transgender surgery, transition surgeries in another country. Yeah, it does make sense. And then to turn around in the same breath and say that America is not in the habit of giving out money. While we sat here in the entire time, the reason why Democrats lost is because we sat back and watched you give everyone money. Then to turn around and say, we ain't in the habit of giving everybody money, Jasmine Crockett and all the rest of you stupid Democrat and all of your weak strategic moves, you people have lost your minds. Because they're talking like we should be just rolling over and accepting anything they say. This is a new day, man. And we ain't going to be shamed into going down that direction no more. Roland Martin.
buck dancing, shuffling, scratching, bootlicking, bamboozling, Uncle Tom Negro.
And every last one of you people who cut off your family members for some doggone Democrats that ain't got nothing to say to you right now, but are over there signing up with Hollywood agents to get their next little money grab on. Y'all still ain't caught on that they wasn't about you, was never about you, and ain't about you. So it's time for you to start being about yourselves. If you don't understand that, you easily can drink a gallon of this. Sambo, Sambo, Sambo. Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. Let it fall and let us rise. Can you dig it? I know there's some people out there that say, man, y'all sitting over here letting these people come out here and they using black people. They got black people coming to the big house and the master house. We still have people trying to come out here and sell us on our things we're not created by us. That is something foundational Black Americans saw promoted by the Democrats. You promote paying all of these other people. You had black, you know how coonish you have to be for all of you people who are crying about what was going on at the White House for Black History Month and all of that madness. Let's be clear. Every last one of you, because the Democrats told you to, you supported Ukraine. And in turn, supported anti-Black Nazi groups. And you advocated for praying for them and their children. You advocated for them getting more taxpayer money from here. You advocated for putting bumper stickers on Black vehicles, Black-owned cars, putting them in businesses and Black churches, AMEs, passing out bumper stickers, we're praying for Ukraine. Why the hell are African-American Episcopals praying for Ukraine while they're over there worshiping Satan, hating you? Doesn't make sense. And you turn around and have the media come out and then tell us that what we seeing or how the Nigerians is being treated over there ain't what we seeing. And somehow us Black Americans should be on board with helping Ukraine. Y'all remember them doing that? So let's not get over here now and start talking this madness around the foundational Black Americans about people going to the White House when actually they're being honored, not every other group. Because remember what Joe Biden did. Joe Biden didn't bring a bunch of Black Americans. He brought a bunch of African leaders over here and had Black Americans performing for them. And then apologizes to them for slavery. Trump talking about American heroes, our folks, right here. Our lineage, right here. Our contributions, right here. Why on earth would I be saying that's worse? You're doing me worse because of all of these other group situations. That's what people have been so hooked on and used to is, oh, let's lay down our agenda and, oh, man, look at them folks let me ingest their pain. No freaking thank you. And we're done with that. I think all of you can agree with me. We're done with that. But there still might be some stupid Luke's uncle, the slow uncle, or Roland Martin, the discombobulated tether that can't figure out if he's us or not, because he still has to identify which of those parents, he's talking about solidify, which of them parents come from this lineage. If not, shut your punk ass up. For the rest of you who believe that we should be listening to the likes of Roland Martin and the Greg Carrs and all of them other tired, shiftless, wussified, anybody ever really look at Greg Carr? Why the hell don't that man got kids? See, these dudes over here talking about so Afrocentric and really on some other type of time. crouching tiger, hidden Bucci cat. But let me tell you something. Y'all might be co-signing all of that, because if you notice the people that Roland Martin got on his show and panel half the damn time, why are there no straight men there? Why are there no straight men on Roland Martin? He got loud ass talking Reese Colbert that can't. As soon as she get off the air with him, she got the first thing in her mouth. I'm sure she probably cussing, because that woman can't talk straight for nothing. So I mean, she over here talking like plies half the damn time. You get her off Roland Martin, and all of y'all think everybody's stupid, but you. For some reason, though, 90+ million and then another 88 million seem to think differently than you, and things are going their way. So I don't understand to what it is about the point that you people are missing. But obviously, even losing isn't helping you understand it. Guess you just got to lose some more. And then you want us to join in with such a losing effort, while we could be steady at the pedal, foot on the floor about this Black empowerment and our reparations. Don't tell me about who ain't giving us nothing, because I don't care about who's feeling some kind of way, because you don't have to like me. This is business. And we are getting reparations. Give a damn who's in office. That doesn't matter, because we're here. And once you get that through your skull, then maybe you'll be ready to join the party. But right now, if you still believe Democrats are the only answer when they've repeatedly shown you otherwise, well, I speak for myself. Beatzilla PDX official. The Beatzilla PDX official show. Those of you in the chat and the voices of the new Black media. From the grassroots and the voices of new Black media to the chat to this channel, we proudly dedicate this song to you.
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
Yes, indeed, family. You can follow me, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at beatzillapdx. You can email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And if you feel so inclined to put some money in the bucket, you can definitely do so by way of CashApp. That's $ beatzillapdx. And we also have PayPal, which is Zilla Music. That is ZILLAMUZAK at PayPal. And with that being said, always remember, hashtag hands off our reparations.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
Yes, indeed. Oh, man. Oh, you know what? Let me do this, though, while I'm here. Let's see. Let me get it here. I know how this likes to be tripping. Let me call out, shout out to the members. Give y'all a shout out here. I'm going to have to use this here because last time it trips. I don't know what YouTube got going on with that. All right, so member roll call. Lady Effa, Crew Reality Grand Eagles. Oh, that's FBA. You done changed it. Rhonda Smith, Rosalind, Lady E, Barbara Banks, Breeze Omega, Black Voltron Reloaded, Sybil, I Am Key Era, The Church of Black Power, We Next, aka Dark Skin Brother, Anya Moore, Deneen Soul, Dark Skin Brother, Go Mac, Simply Sandra, Cult-like Personality, Antithesis, Judah Yisrael, Key Prince, Faith Speaks Life, and Black Spider. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon each and every one of you. I thank y'all so much for your support. And each and every one of you. Thank you for tuning in on this Saturday afternoon or evening and hanging out with us right here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And let's see, get that there. So, that's being said, we're about to get up out of here, family. It's going to be very interesting to see how these people keep flaming out, because now you see 500,000 Haitians, and now see the acting as if you were comfortable here. You remember, what's her name, Ozma or whatever? She ain't talking loud right now. I mean, yeah, I can't do nothing. Ain't seen no action on YouTube from you in a minute. Where you at? Guess you don't want to be seen and heard right now, huh? I mean, because you're here and there's nothing to worry about. Might want to remember who you talking to when you disrespect foundational Black Americans next time. But as for the family, y'all, keep y'all 3 smooth stones at the ready and your slingshot nearby. Because what we going to do over here, we ain't going to flee. We ain't going to be looking for a ticket to get up out of here. Why? Because we not like y'all. And y'all are simply not like us.
It's a cultural divide. I'm going to get it on the floor. You really about to do it? 40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music.
Stay Black. Stay vigilant. Stay alive. Black first. Black first. Black first. Shalom, y'all. Have a blessed rest of the weekend. Peace.
When you know who Satan is,
Yes, sir.
you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth.
Yes.
See, that's what you throw.
Yes, sir. Right.
Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.